Peace and love unto you all. Peace and love unto the family, the redeemed and the golden builders. I send love and peace to Congo Watu, and I send love and peace to Dr. Parkosi, and a big love and peace to the Father, Professor Emeritus, Apostle Dr. Kojo Safo. I welcome you to today's podcast. Beloved, today we are going to talk about a very important topic, a very important one. Today, we are going to learn about the soul. I believe you have heard about the soul so many times. But what actually is the meaning of the word soul? What is it at all about the soul? Do all humans have soul? What is its origin, scientifically and esoterically, or in esoteric knowledge? What is the soul? Indeed, there are a lot of teachings and a lot of information about the soul, both online, in books, from teachers, from spiritual masters, from awakening crusaders. But today, you will hear and understand a different version of the soul, which happens to be the truth, the fact as recorded in the Akashic records. Beloved, I come to you not alone. I come to you with the Father and the Son. This Father is not the Father of the Bible and not the Son of the Bible. I have done teachings on Golden Age and Dark Age. You can go through the playlist and look for the Golden Age series and know about the Golden Age and the Dark Age. I will have another teachings on the Trinity, where you will know the actual Trinity and the Trinity in the Bible. Because it was Dark Age, you were given Dark Age Trinity. That's what I'm saying. The Father, it's not the Father in the Bible. That is another topic for another day. Now, back to the soul. When you say soul, what is its origin? Beloved, this entire omniverse or universe that you see came from somewhere, or it has its origin. This is how it goes. In this entire omniverse, there is guardians, or in this, bring it down to earth, we will say the whole world, we have a governing body, which we can recognize UN. And in UN, we have the UN Secretary General, who oversees all the activities of UN. So in this case, the guardians will be UN. That's the guardians of the entire universe. And this is how it is. They go through an evolution of 9. That is 9 times. Then it comes back to 1. The 9 times one ruler will rule for 9 billion years. Then there will be an election for another ruler to rule. So 76 trillion years ago, that was when this entire omniverse started. So after every 76 trillion years, the whole universe collapses for another to start. So this current universe and the omniverse that we are enjoying, it is in the history or the records of 76 trillion years. So 76 trillion years ago, there was a huge sun called Sal, S-A-L. It was being rotated by 19 planets. Out of these 19 planets, one of them was called Om, A-U-M. And this huge sun exploded. So when it exploded, Mind you, sons are born and they die. So when they are born in the first stage, it has blue color. The middle stage, it has yellow color. Then the last stage, it has red color. So anytime the sun turns red, it means it's time for it to explode. So this sun of our universe that you see is yellow now, which means in the middle stage, and it is already 8 billion years since it was created. It is left with 1 billion years to explode. So when it is getting to its explosion stage, it will turn red. So this cell exploded. Then there's 19 planets that were rotating it. Of course, if the sun explodes, the fire will burn all these planets. So it also caught up one of the planets called Om. So it splitted the planet Om to create this universe of ours. That is the Milky Way galaxy. This galaxy of ours. That is the Milky Way galaxy. Then in the Milky Way galaxy, our universe was formed. So if you hear the word soul, it's from the word Sal. Sal and the wife Arena. So when you put the two together, Sarina, that's where we got the word solar. From solar, we got the word soul. So in the chakras, I've taught the chakras already, 9 of them. The chakras are 9, not 7. Dark age, they give you 7, but this is golden age. So the chakras are 9. I've already added the 2. You can check the playlist. So on the chakra list or the energy centers, you have solar plexus. The reason why you have solar plexus is there is a lesser light in the human body. The bigger light is the sun in the sky or in space. So that lesser light in you is a sun, biological sun in the human body. That is the solar plexus. So that's what helps you to vibrate more on your soul. So if your solar plexus is not working, your soul is weak. Your soul is very weak. So brethren, that is the origin of the word soul. Now, what is the soul? If you talk about the soul, then you are talking about the etheric being of the human, the spiritual being of the human, the energy being of the human. So if you care to know, there is an important reason why in the alphabet we have W. Yes, as it sounds, that is how it is, exactly how it is. The W means you human beings, or you human, you are 2. Yes, W, it is telling you you are 2. So the W, yes. One side is material and the other side is spiritual. So this world, as you see, is just a reflection from the higher planes or from the higher galaxies. So this universe of ours is just a reflection. Your higher self is etheric, or is ether, is the soul. And the lower self is this physical body. So as I sit here, I am 2 in 1. W, yes, or double me. So one of me is in this material world, this is the physical body, and my other side is the soul that resides in me, in the spiritual world. Yes. So when you talk about the soul, it's a being on its own, but it lives in the astral world or the spiritual world. And this physical body lives in the physical world. So, brethren, understand that the soul is very, very, very important. Everything comes from the spiritual before it comes to physical. So it is that higher self of yours, or your higher self, the energy from the 9th dimension through the 9 ether gases, energy that descended all the way to become matter. That is the physical you. So, brethren, never underestimate your soul. Don't lose guard on your soul. Protect your soul and guard your soul. Because your soul is all what you got. This material world, this physical body dies, but the soul never dies. The soul is energy. The soul is ether. Energy can never be created or destroyed. So the soul can never be destroyed. The soul has its own evolution. And this physical world has evolution. But this physical world, its evolution, the main reason for this physical world evolution is for the soul. That's what they don't tell you. That is why this world, because it was dark age, everything that the world is giving you, it takes you away from your soul. They give you a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of education, a lot of religious beliefs, spiritual knowledge, but they don't talk about the soul. They do not talk about the soul. The soul is out from the conversation. But believe you me, you are here because of the soul. Because the soul is the higher self. It's out from the soul that you create. The soul is the source. The soul is the link to the higher planes. Yes. So, brethren, how is the soul formed? Who creates the soul? And how is it formed? Where does the soul come from? In the higher planes, the ninth dimension is a no-go area. In the beginning, I told you there are guardians, and among the guardians, there's the leader who leads all the guardians, just like a president of a country. So in the entire universe, there's a president. And that president, the title has always been Anu. Anu just means the most high or the most intelligent being. So the most intelligent being always is the one who is being elected as the president. So when this Anu descended to the 8th dimension, that is where division starts. Division starts from the 8th dimension. Look at the multiplication of the number 9 and look at the multiplication of the numbers following 9. The multiplication of number 9, when you add the values up, you get 9. 9, 9, 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9, 3, 27. Yeah? When you add the 2 to the 7, you get 9. You get it? So you get 9, 9, 9. But when you come to 8, it will start reducing. 8, 1, 8. 8, 2, what do you get? You get 16. 1 plus 6 is what? Is 7. You see, it has reduced by 1. When you do that for 7, multiplication of 7, multiplication of 6, you see it will be reducing. It is only 9 that remain the same. So division starts from the 8th dimension. That's the number 8. So that is where division starts. In the 9th dimension, that is the all. That's the whole union of everything that existed, the all. So there's no division there. Division starts from the 8th dimension. So from the 8th dimension, that is where the higher self of the Most High, his or her etheric being, that is the energy side, pure energy, that the soul is pure energy. That is where he started creating the souls from. How is the soul formed? How is the soul created? The soul, just as the name goes, soul, and I've already taught you that the name, we got the name from Solar, from Sal and his wife, Sarina. Then we got Solar. From Solar, we got Soul. That's why you have solar plexus. So it is formed by the high ultraviolet rays of the sun. Listen and listen very carefully. Today, I'll be teaching more from science because it's scientific. In the universe, there are only two subjects: esoteric knowledge and scientific knowledge. The esoteric knowledge is the right brain, and the scientific knowledge is the left brain. The scientific knowledge is the physical knowledge, and the spiritual knowledge is the esoteric knowledge. So these two are the only subject in the entire universe, or in the entire universe, spiritually and physically. So these two must keep in balance. That is why in Dark Age, religion gave you beliefs, 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 beliefs. It was all about esoteric knowledge. They did not direct you to scientific knowledge. So in Dark Age, you could see it is all those people behind science, they are actually developing the world. They are actually creating and moving the world on a faster speed in terms of civilization. But the believers and the faith bearers are just sleeping. They are just sleeping. They want the cars, they want the smartphones, they want the smart electrical gadget, they want the best things in life, but they cannot create them. They follow beliefs. Because they don't have the scientific knowledge, they cannot create them. Science is very important. Science is very, very important, because in the physical existence, it is all about science. It is all about science. Now, when the sun, the ultraviolet rays from the sun hit any planet, and bear in mind, every planet has its chemical composition. Originally, this planet Earth was called Tiawawat. It became Tiamat with a lot of names, and now it is called planet Earth. When it was Tiamat, there were three great natural gases. That is methane, hydrogen, and then helium. These three natural gases. So when the sun, the ultraviolet rays from the sun hit these three gases, it caused them to form smaller molecules to larger molecules until protein was formed. Listen and listen very carefully. This is science. This is science. I have already told you that it was the 9 ether gases. They created the entire universe. But in their physical manifestation, it is the Nubian. You the Nubian. You the African. You the black man, so to speak. That's the melanin. So with time, when the ultraviolet rays from the sun hit on this or shine on these natural gases, it forces them to form molecules. So that's where life starts from. People, you guys who have been asking, where does life start from? Who created this? Who created that? Who is the creator? It is science, brother. It is science. And this is physical science. Physical science. So this gas is the composition, methane, when helium is available, when hydrogen, hydrogen is oxygen and water. So when these compositions are available, they form smaller molecules to larger molecules until protein is formed. So with time, millions of years, the protein now tend to start forming tissue. From tissue, then to body. Then from here, the first ever living cell was formed. That is protozoa. Protozoa. That's the first prototype of living cell. So it is out of this single living cell that all other diversified animals formed from until mammals came. The dinosaurs, name them, the apes, the baboons, to the dragons, to the reptiles. It is from this single cell. So have you realized that I have not mentioned any being, any God's name? Here is science. It is the natural gases, the 9 ether gases. They are the original creators. So believe you me, do the science, do the research in your home or in your garden. Get fertile soil, get some plant, get water, expose it to the sun, and monitor it. But make sure you give protection so that bears and other foul animals will not destroy it. Give it a protection. Leave it and see what will happen. And see what will happen. All types of things will come from this composition on their own, not from anybody. So listen and listen very, 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 very carefully. Don't be deceived by anyone. The original creator is the 9 ether gases. The 9 ether gases are the natural gases. 9 ether gases doesn't mean the natural gases are 9. No. 9 is the highest number. From 9, it is repetition. When you get to 10, it's just 1. 11 is just 2, it's repetition. The 9 is the highest number. So we are talking, since it is the natural gases are infinity, we don't know the number, they are infinity. So we say 9 to the highest power of 9. But we summarize it and say 9 ether gases. Yes, natural gases. Some of them is helium, hydrogen, argon. You know them. Check the periodic table. On Earth, our scientists have identified 118 elements or 118 gases. And out of this, they are saying 99 of them are natural gases. Some too are saying 90 of them are natural gases. These gases are the original creators. So anywhere there is sun, there is soil, there is water, there is the presence of these natural gases, something must form. Yes, all type of diversified animals will form, plants, crops will form. Then the question is, then the first ever being, where did the first ever being came from? This is how it goes. So the living cell now forms to become what? Diversified animals, where you all the way so many years of evolution, where you get this different types of mammals. I am dwelling much on humans, so we have the apes, where with evolution they grew up to Homo erectus, which means the apes stood on their toes. They grew up to Homo erectus. In this 50 years of Adam evolution, this planet Earth now is going on a 50-year evolution. That was the creation of Adam. Adam was created for an evolution of 50 years. And already we have gone through 48,025 years. So remember, planet Earth evolution, one cycle is 24,000 years. So which means already 2 complete cycles are gone. From Adam to Noah is 24,000 years complete cycle is gone. From Noah to until the year 2000 is another 24,000 complete cycle. So 48,000 years. Then we are in 2025. So that will make it 48,025 years. Don't be deceived. This world is not 6,000. Adam was not created 6,000 years ago, as the Bible makes you to believe. Because when you read the Bible, it looks like the world is 6,000 years. No, it's never true. The Dark Age, which ended in the year 2000, is actually 6,000 years. So the Bible is about the Dark Age. So the word that is in the Bible that Christians have been chanting, end time, the world is coming to an end, is actually the Dark Age, which came to an end in the year 2000. I've done a video on the topic, which word in the Bible is supposed to come to an end. Check the video out and you will know and understand the word that is supposed to come to an end. The word that Christians have been chanting that is coming to an end. You will know it. So brethren, do not be deceived. So to Homo erectus, then bear in mind that billions of years ago, that's how it happened. The first ever beings who have gone through evolution to become gods, that's how it happened. So they have gone on evolution trillions and trillions of years. You see, I mentioned 76 trillion years ago. Yes. Yes. So they were the first beings. And you know, humans, as humans are, We are very stubborn. We are very chaotic. We are very problematic. We are adventurous. We are curious. We always want to know. We want to explore. So out of this curiosity and this adventurous life, that was what brought a lot of chaos in the entire universe. So this was when those beings of old who have gone through evolution trillions of years and have gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of esoteric knowledge and a lot of scientific knowledge, who have grown to manipulate energy, to manipulate light, sound, and frequency, which we call gods. So they sat down to have a clear plan to control the entire universe because they are pure energy. They have ascended all the way back to the ninth dimension. You know, I told you they descended from the ninth dimension. So the ninth dimension, that is where the nine ether gases are. Nobody created them. They exist. In the beginning, who and who were existing? It was the nine ether gases. In the deep of the darkness, they were existing. So nobody created natural gases. Natural gases existed. So in a beginning, in existence was there. And what was in existence? It was the nine ether gases, deep in the darkness. So out of their old combustion, when natural gases come together, combustion forms, electrical storms forms. That was what the explosion came. So that explosion is what scientists call the Big Bang. So after the Big Bang, that was when light came. So darkness was there before light. So light came out of darkness. You never know. Don't be deceived. Don't be afraid of darkness. That's why I'm in black, because I'm talking about the soul. And the soul came from darkness. The spiritual world is a world of darkness. The soul world is a world of darkness, pure darkness. You are only enjoying light. You are only seeing light because of the sun. And the sun was created. Where there's no light is total darkness. So the day this sun will go off, or the day this sun will explode, space or this universe, it will be total darkness. That is why we have eclipse of the sun, eclipse of the moon. When the moon come to block the sun, earth become darkness. That's what you call eclipse. If the sun doesn't shine on planet Earth, there will be total darkness. So that's how the entire universe is. It is total darkness. As a matter of fact, brethren, know and understand that in the entire universe, light is just 1%. Light, as you see, is just 1%. So I'm trying to say, in the entire space, in the entire universe that you see, where there are sun, where in those universes where humans and other beings enjoy light, it's just 1%. The rest is total darkness. And in that darkness, the nine ether gases exist, the natural gases exist. They created this universe and all beings. But in coming to beings or human beings, their manifestation, their perfect manifestation is the melanated beings. Human beings don't have the melanin. That is why Africans are the gods. The Nubians are the gods, because they represent the physical manifestation of the nine ether gases, the natural gases. So every Nubian, every melanated being, all the nine ether gases exist in him or her. That's why you have soul. That's why you have solar plexus. Not all beings have solar plexus. So now, brethren, that is how humans are formed. So the soul, which is part of you, that the spiritual you, now descended all the way to become physical. That is matter. So the soul's world is the spiritual world. Then the physical body world is this physical world. Yeah? When it comes to the brain, the right brain represents the soul. The left brain, yeah, represents your mind. Don't get it twisted. The left brain is the material world. The right brain is the spiritual world. The right brain is esoteric, is the source that links it to the nine ether gases, is the source of creation. So the right brain is for creation. it's for thinking, it's for intuition, it's for visions. It's more theoretical. The left brain is practical, it's scientific. Yeah, it's linear, it's logic. Yeah, it does analysis, pure science, mathematics. That's the left brain. So in this physical world, if you want to create, you need the left brain. But of course, you have to create spiritually before you can create it physically. So in creating it spiritually, you need the right brain to tap it from the source, to tap it from the mental plane. So now, the soul. The soul, when do we activate the soul? Though there are matured souls or old souls, here I'm talking about the journey of the soul. When is the soul activated? When a child is born, the first breath that the child breathes, he breathes in the ether, the oxygen, to get the spirit connected. So when you get this spirit connected, that's when at the hospital, they know that the child is alive, because it is either coughs or cry. That's why when a child is born and they don't see any sign of a sound from the baby, they try to tap the baby, shake the baby, because if it doesn't make any sound, they'll say the baby is dead. So when it coughs or makes some noise, then they know the baby is alive. So that's the first breath to connect the spirit. Then the spirit is connected. Now it's left with the soul. How is the soul connected? A human being becomes totally complete with the physical body, the spirit, the soul after 28 years. That is the cycle of the moon. 28 days, 28 years. So the first 7 years, the complete body is formed. The second 7 years, the soul is formed. Then the third 7 years, the mind is formed. Then the last 7 years, the completion of these three are formed. Then he becomes complete being. That is why, as a child, adolescents start from that 14 years, because that is when the soul comes in. So now the child starts to have emotions. He starts to feel shy. He starts to look for his or her right. Now he can say, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's when the soul comes in. When the soul comes in, then emotions are formed. So brethren, do not be deceived. You are two, W. The letter W communicates, but if you don't know, you don't know. The W, the physical you and the soul. Now, the soul. Many have talked about the soul, but yet they themselves do not have souls. So you Nubians, don't be deceived. Do not let any Mongoloid or any Caucasoid teach you about the soul, because they do not have. It is only the 7 ether and the 8 ether Mongoloid who have souls. The rest do not have, and the Caucasoid do not have souls at all. They have only body and spirit. You have soul. You have solar plexus. That is the soul. Now, the soul.